What's up, guys? Will here from 8-Bit Massacre, and today I'm bringing you 10 random horror genres that are favorites of mine. This isn't exactly my top 10 favorite horror genre, but these are just 10 fun ones I came up with that I wanted to share with you guys and thought you would enjoy. I was tagged to do this video by Fred's Horror Corner. Great guy, a new friend of mine. I will leave his link in the description. He's got a great channel and he's a great guy. I'll also put his Twitter down there because you definitely want to follow him on that, because he usually has at least a short video once a day that's a bit just upbeat and inspirational. Usually involves dancing. And in this video, I want to tag two channels, a friend of mine, Miss Vassy Reviews, and a new channel that I discovered, Reanimate Her, that has a lot of great content. Miss Vassy's a new channel, and she just did a recent review of Ape versus Monster that was just fantastic. I loved it. I was dying. It's been my favorite review of her so far. So if you guys want to get in on this and do a top a 10 favorite horror genres video, you're under no obligation, but if you want to join in the fun, like, we would love to have you. So let's get this started. My very first genre I'm gonna do is body horror. And I'm gonna do two movies. I couldn't pick just one, so like Fred in his video, I'm gonna do two movies per genre. So the first genre is body horror, and first up we have David Cronenberg's Videodrome. Long live the new flesh. This movie is fantastic. It's my favorite Cronenberg film. Is surrealist as well. That shit crazy. James Woods is awesome. Debbie Harry, Blondie, is in it, and she's awesome. And this movie is just wild. It's a great time, and you guys should check it out if you haven't seen it. The next film is Stuart Gordon's From Beyond. I consider this Stuart Gordon's official sequel to Reanimator. It's another Lovecraft film with the same cast, but with Dan replaced by Ken Foree's character in this. Ken Foree's great. You know him from Dawn of the Dead, and another movie on this list that I'll show you. But this has Barbara Crampton, one of our favorite ladies of horror, and Jeffrey Combs. That's just one of the masters. Like, his performance in another movie we'll also be getting to is just, he's always a joy. He was recently on The Last Drive-In, and it was just a pleasure. So this movie has got some great effects. It's balls to the wall, and it's almost like The Thing and the Blob special effects had a love child and made this movie. So it's fantastic. If you love old school special effects and just great character actors doing some of their best character acting, check this movie out. So our next genre is I came up with some pretty funny ones. This one is my favorite. What kind of it? Aniglyph 3D slashers. So my first favorite Aniglyph, and Aniglyph 3D is the cheaper, not like the new 3D TVs. It's like the cheap, like red and blue 3D. I like cheap, shitty 3D over the new stuff. Like, I don't know, I'm crazy. So the first one we have is Friday the 13th 3D, Part 3 3D. Up there I have the box set, but the 3D in that one comes with a new version where it's for like 3D TVs, so I made sure to keep my old version so I can watch it with the shitty red and blue glasses, because that's the way I like to watch my Friday the 13th 3, is with shitty 3D glasses. And my second one in the Aniglyph 3D slasher genre is My Bloody Valentine 3D. This movie is just one of those that's just really fun, just made to be 3D. It knows what it is. I think it's underrated. I think this movie is just, you know, a lot of fun. It's just a really fun 3D horror movie. I mean, if you're comparing it to the original, of course, you know, you might not like it, 'cause I love the original My Bloody Valentine, but this on its own is like a fun 3D slasher. I fucking love it. All right, the next genre I'm doing is Italian Giallo films. So my first one is gonna be Dario Argento's Tenebrae, probably my favorite film of his after Suspiria. This is a great Giallo film. The music, the acting. I think John Saxton, like, he's in it. He's freaking awesome. And it has an epic tracking shot, some great kills. It's got one of the best twists in a Giallo film or in a Argento film. Definitely check this one out. And then my second is Lucio Fulci's The New York Ripper. This is my favorite Fulci movie. People are probably gonna think I'm disturbed. I don't know why I like this movie so much. Just the way it's shot, the music, the kills like are effective, like to the point where you kind of want to look away. That straight razor, like cutting, like on the women and stuff. You're just like, in any movie that's like that effective, or even though I've watched it multiple times, it's like want to avert my eyes. I appreciate. So yeah, I don't know why, I just love this movie. Favorite Fulci movie. Definitely check it out, but not for the faint of heart. All right, the next genre is summer camp slashers. All right, and our first one is Sleepaway Camp, of course. We got Angela. You know how it goes. Melissa Rose, our mangled dick expert on The Last Drive-In. She's just great in this. There's something, this movie is just hilarious. Like, I like the sequels too, especially part 2, but there's something about this one that feels like more authentic. The second and third one feel like satires, where this one it's like I'm like caught up in the drama of the kids in the camp and all this stuff going on. And so this movie's great. I love it. Crazy ending, of course. Famous crazy ending. And then my other, it was probably the best Friday the 13th, like, Jason ripoff film ever made. It's The Burning. Unless we get a young George Costanza. Tom Savini does the kills in it. Super fantastic. It's just all around fun. Like, you can't go wrong with this film. It's just one of the top-notch slasher films in general from the 80s. All right, the next genre, I call it Splatterpieces. My favorite Splatterpiece films usually involve lots of blood and gore and chainsaws. So the first one is gonna be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Probably my favorite in this series. I think the first one objectively is the best, but this is my favorite one to watch. I think it's the most fun. I think it's underrated. You get, I mean, Dennis Hopper as, was a Lefty. It's the DJ. Caroline Williams, who's awesome. She plays Stretch. And then, right, and then Dennis Hopper is Lefty. Yeah, that's right. And so you get to see Dennis Hopper getting revenge on the Sawyers, buying chainsaws himself and having like a chainsaw sword fight with Leatherface. And you get to hear Dennis Hopper saying things like, "I'm the Lord of the Harvest," which, like, I quote a lot when I play video games and stuff. So check this out. It's such a fantastic film. Tobe Hooper also directed it, that directed the first one. I watch this movie for fun all the time. And then our second Splatterpiece film is Pieces, of course. You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. This is a great film. I mean, it's not, but it is. It's one of the best good bad type films. It's hilarious. I discovered it a while back when I saw a random video on the internet of Eli Roth like giving horror movie suggestions, and pieces he just couldn't say enough of. So I was like, I gotta see that because I respect Eli and he usually has great suggestions and I love his films. And so I watched it and fell in love. Like, I watched this one a lot too. It's so fucking funny. All right. Next, we have what is it? Demonic horror comedies. So the first is one of my top favorites. Probably my favorite horror series are Evil Dead and Phantasm. Both those series are like just where I live. That's my home. And so Evil Dead 2 is my favorite in the Evil Dead series, and it's one of my favorite demonic horror comedies. That's what it is, right? Yeah, those demonic horror comedies. And so we got Evil Dead 2. Y'all know, you got Ash Williams becoming the Ash we all know and love in this film. We got the epic scene where he goes in the shed and creates his chainsaw arm and shotgun, saws it off, makes it a sawed off, and puts it in his back and becomes kind of the horror movie superhero he is in the rest of the series, Army of Darkness and Ash vs. Evil Dead, which was, I never thought something like that would happen, but it was like a blessing. Thank you for making Ash vs. Evil Dead exist. And then our second in the demonic horror comedies is Night of the Demons. I can't say enough about this film. I love it. I love it. It's one of the best horror films that has a Halloween setting. Just it's got that Halloween feel to it. The fall, the seasonal feel, you know. And all the characters are really funny, and it's got really good gore and effects. And we got Linnea Quigley, the great Linnea Quigley, you know, doing her thing. Has the famous scene where she puts the lipstick inside of her nipple and goes into her boob. Like, I mean, you just can't beat it. You got, oh, it's so good. All right, our next genre is gonna be mad scientist horror comedies. And so our first one is Stuart Gordon's The Reanimator. Jeffrey Combs just murdering it on the screen, killing it. Awesome. Barbara Crampton, what's his name? Bruce Abbott also kicks ass, underrated in this film. Casey Jones, Ninja Turtles. I love Bruce Abbott. Can't say enough about this movie. It has one of the all-time scenes that you just can't beat. Seeing to get a severed head, try to give head. I mean, you just can't beat that. You never can hear the word or the phrase getting head the same way again after seeing this film. And then the second one in the mad scientist horror comedy genre is Frank Henenlotter's Frankenhooker. Another one. This one's just like almost like Reanimator, where it's second to second funny and entertaining from beginning to end. It has an all-time greatest scene ever made, which is the prostitute smoking super crack and exploding all over the hotel room. Like, I've shown like everyone at work that scene and they all love it. They fucking die. It's like, I don't know if that's like appropriate to do in a job, but I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, y'all gotta see this. Y'all know y'all are gonna like this shit. So this, if you ever see this movie, you got to. It's like, what does it say? We got Joe Bob Briggs on the back quote saying best of the 90s, 4 stars. And I think on my reversible cover it has Bill Murray on the front also saying, if you see one movie in 1990, see Frankenhooker. All right. we're getting down to 80s sci-fi remakes. So first one in the 80s sci, these are probably not only the, I need to take a drink real quick. All this talking's got my throat dry. Okay. These are probably two of the best remakes maybe ever made in the remake department. So not only are these the best 80s sci-fi horror remakes, they're just maybe the two best remakes ever made, possibly. So first we have John Carpenter's The Thing. John Carpenter might be my favorite director of all time. And this is like his masterpiece. I mean, he's got multiple masterpieces, but in terms especially of special effects, then we got Kurt Russell and what's his name? Oh, I can't. Another actor I really like. Sorry, I might think of it in a second, but the guy from They Live that Roddy Piper fights to put the glasses on. God, I usually know his name off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I apologize. And so we got just some of the best special effects ever made in this film. A great atmospheric horror, great sci-fi horror. Like, y'all, I don't even have to say, really, like, y'all know what's up. And then the second one is the remake of The Blob. I just got this edition recently. It had been so long since I had watched it. It was one of those that I grew up always loving, and when I rewatched it, it was like even better than I remember, and it just made me want to start watching it all the time. This movie is so great. Got also some of the best 80s special effects, and I mean, you guys know this movie is fantastic. This one's got some fun and comedy type elements too. Like, it's just fantastic movie. All right. This one, these next ones are ones I really made up. I stretched and made up these genres kind of for fun. I just wanted this video to be really fun and to pick some fun videos to suggest for everybody. I call this one the I got notes on the floor so I can so my mind doesn't wander and I can keep track. But this one I call 80s hangout location horror films. And so our first one is Chopping Mall. We got Barbara Crampton in this, another film with her in it. She's freaking awesome. Bunch of other good people in it. You got mall security robots just killing teenagers who just wanted to stay the night at the mall to bang. It's entertaining from beginning to end. It's a super fun movie. Check it out. And then our second one in 80s hangout location horror is Death Spa. This one has Ken Foree in it as well as one of the main characters. This is a like kind of a possessed spa, possessed twin, I don't know, horror. Like, this movie is hilarious and awesome. I love it so much. I feel like it doesn't get mentioned a lot or doesn't get enough love, or I don't know, more people need to watch Death Spa. Like, just look at it and look at the name, Death Spa. It's Death Spa, watch it. It lives up to this picture and name. Like, it's got some great kills and gore, and it's just like a really fun movie. Check it out, please. All right. And our final genre I call best sequels directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. So the first one is obviously Halloween 3. Always gotta find a way to throw some Halloween 3 love into the mix, and so it was a great movie. You all know Even if you hate on it, stop lying. We got Tom Atkins just killing it. Fun movie. Has a great like Halloween seasonal feel to it. It's more about like witchcraft and and killing kids. Really fun stuff. Try not to hate on it. Give it another chance. Just think of it as its own movie. It does exist outside the realm of the other ones because you see Halloween 1 on TV. So this is like maybe supposed to be in our world where because they're watching Halloween as well. I don't know. So check it out. Awesome. And then the second one and the Tommy Lee Wallace best horror sequels directed by Tommy Lee Wallace is Fright Night 2. A hard one to find. This is a bootleg. I love Fright Night. Is probably my favorite vampire horror movie, and the sequel is great too. Obviously not as good as the first, but you still get Charlie and Peter Vincent teaming up again. You got the music. It's got a cool premise, I think, at the beginning. Like Charlie's psychiatrist has convinced him that Jerry Dandridge, the vampire from the first one, was not really a vampire, that he was just a serial killer. So Charlie no longer believes in vampires. And there's a female vampire that's related to Jerry Dandridge that wants revenge, that's coming after Charlie and Peter Vincent. So it's just a fun movie, a really good sequel in my eyes, and you guys should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. The one place I've been able to find it to watch is like you can find it easily by typing it into YouTube search. So if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Vassie and Reanimate Her, you're welcome to join in on this 10 horror genres videos that everyone's tagging each other in. You definitely don't have to go this in depth. You could just do like one per genre, whatever genres you want to do. And if not, no worries. Shout out again to Fred's Horror Corner. Awesome guy. Go check out his channel. I'm going to be putting everyone's channels below. Go check them out. Thank you for watching and checking out my channel. If you've enjoyed this and any of my other content, like and subscribe. And shout out to the Mutant fam. Love you guys, the whole horror community, the gaming community. I'll see y'all again real soon. Take it easy.